then he actually takes shelter of Krishna. So that is the theme in first 10 verses of second chapter. So let's read. Someone wants to read?
I can read, Mataji.
Yes.
Gurun ahatva hi mahanubhavan shreyo bhoktum bhakshyam api haloke hatvartha kamams tu gurun iheva punjiye bhogan rudhira pradigdan. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. Purport: according to scriptural codes, a teacher who engages in an abominable action and has lost his sense of discrimination is fit to be abandoned. Bhishma and Drona were obliged to take the side of Duryodhan because of his financial assistance. All they should not have accepted such a position simply on financial considerations. Under the circumstances, they have lost the respectability of teachers. But Arjuna thinks that nevertheless they remain his superiors, and therefore to enjoy material profits after killing them would mean to enjoy spoils tainted with blood. Ripo.
Haribol, yeah, you want to say something, Prabhu?
Again, yeah, so this verse is again revealing Arjun's mind, where he's feeling guilty and he's feeling that he cannot kill his superiors, especially Bhishma and Drona, who is grandfather and his teachers, because they have given him so much. If he kills them and then enjoys the kingdom, that he will always be reminded that he is enjoying on their blood by taking their lives. And Prabhupada mentions that if a teacher falls down, if a teacher is not fit because they are not on the side of dharma, then it is okay that they should not be considered a teacher. Bhishma and Drona were simply on the side of Duryodhana, even though Duryodhana on the side of adharma. They were, because financial assistance was being provided by Duryodhana and that the kingdom, so where they're on that side, they should not have been on that side. But again, the different circumstances, like Bhishma was in the Virajas and he was doing it for the pleasure of Krishna. But Arjuna, thinking that he can give up his Kshatriya duty and thinking that he is again on the bodily platform, and he's having these doubts, saying that he will enjoy the kingdom tainted with blood if he kills them.
Yeah, so in the previous verses, Krishna said that you are acting as impotent, you are coward. So Arjuna is kind of internal dialogue is going on. I am not coward. I am compassionate actually. I don't want to bloodshed just for the sake of kingdom. I am actually detached from the kingdom. Arjuna is saying that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's it will be just blood. So basically, actually, I mean, like yesterday, Arjuna's act is very moralistic, but he's teaching both sides to us. But we need to bring Krishna's pleasure first than anything else. Yeah. So let's read this next verse. If someone wants to read. Okay, I can read. Nacheta. Somebody wants to read? I don't know, like I didn't see anybody.
I'll read.
Okay.
6. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nasatad vidma kataran no gario yadva jayama yadi va no chayina yan iva hatva na jivinasamas te vastichika paramukhi de hara Artarastra.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Translation. Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we killed the sons of Hartarastra, we should not live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. Haribol.
Haribol.
Purport. Arjuna did not know whether he should fight and risk unnecessary violence, although fighting is the duty of the Satrayas, or whether he should refrain from live and live by begging. If he did not conquer the enemy, begging would be his only means of subsistence, nor was there certainty of victory because either side might emerge victorious. Even if victory awaited them and their cause was justified, still, if the sons of Harutastra died in battle, it would be very difficult to live in their absence. Under the circumstances, it would be another kind of defeat for them. All these considerations by Arjuna definitely prove that not only was he a great devotee of the Lord, but he was also highly enlightened and had complete control over his mind and senses. His desire to live by begging, although he was born in a royal household, is another sign of detachment. He was truly virtuous, as these qualities combined with his faith in words of instruction of Sri Krishna, his spiritual master, indicate. It was concluded that Arjuna was quite fit for liberation unless the senses are controlled. There is no chance of elevation to the platform of knowledge without knowledge and devotion. There is no chance of liberation. Arjuna was competent in all these attributes over and above his enormous attributes in his material relationships.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Yeah, you want to say something, Prabhu?
No. But thank you.
Yeah, so this is the fifth reason of indecision. So here he's saying that we don't know who will be victorious, so why should I do all this bloodshed? Anyway, if I fight, if I lose, then there won't be anything but for we have to go begging. And if we win, still what's the use? Because I can't live, because without my cousins and all, it will be hard for me to live. So that is his indecision, that there is no certainty of victory or loss. But in either case, I don't like it. I don't want it. It's his interest again. It's not Krishna's interest here. But at the same time, he has these qualities, which is sense control and mind control. So here Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that he was a devotee and he was highly enlightened because he had complete control over his mind and senses and his desire and detachment, because he's just saying that I can, even though he's born in a royal family, but he is ready to go for begging, right? So all these qualities are making him fit for liberation. So these qualities are good to have, good to cultivate. Yeah.
Mataji, I have a question, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, in the purport here it says that Arjuna had complete control over his mind and senses. But we see in the previous chapter, because Arjuna, he says his mind was reeling, and it was all over the place. So,
Yeah, that was due to his soft-heartedness. Yeah, it's not that kind of mind control. So here the mind control is in the sense that that he is not like wanting the kingdom. He is not wanting the what do you say, violence. In that sense, his mind is controlled, not in that sense. That is like, and Srila Prabhupada mentioned in that purport in first chapter, that these symptoms are from two things. One is out of fear, and the other is out of ecstasy. Whatever symptoms Arjuna was having in the previous chapter, his mind was reeling and his skin was burning and his Gandiva bow was falling down from his hand. So Srila Prabhupada mentioned in the purport that these happens due to two reasons. One is because of ecstasy, and other is out of fear of
Right,
losing.
but
So of course
Prabhupada
here,
also mentions,
yeah, yeah, the other point also,
yeah,
yes, he does mention that, yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
that
So we can see these things in two perspectives. So if we see this from the spiritual perspective, yes, like if somebody asks me that, I will not be able to be like Arjuna in this situation, right? But when we see it from the point of view of Krishna's interest, because here Krishna is asking to fight. If let's say Krishna has not asked to fight, then it was perfectly spiritually, Arjuna was perfectly running on the spiritual path, right? If let's
right,
say
if it
Krishna
was
has not said that to fight, right? That in that perspective, whatever Arjuna is saying is perfectly right. So Arjuna has all these qualities, but the point is this Bhagavad Gita, all this is teaching us that we need to check out on what is Krishna's interest, right? Make sense?
right,
Yeah, I mean, if you just take out that one thing, that means, let's say we don't know Krishna wanted this fight to happen. Arjuna is completely perfectly fine, right? Then there is no
right,
doubt about these qualities. Yeah, so Arjuna has these qualities, and this whole Bhagavad Gita is teaching us, even if we have all these qualities, but if we don't keep the interest of Krishna in the center, then actually we are in Maya.
right. This
So
also
yeah, and
reminds me
and
of,
and then again, sorry, Prabhu, I'm just
yeah,
speaking one more point, and then you can tell. So because of this kind of heart that Arjuna has, he is going to accept Krishna as a spiritual master. He will take the instruction because he has this kind of heart. If we see in the material world, then uh, these things don't happen, right? If person
yeah.
is materialistic. Yeah, yes, Prabhu, now you can say what you want to say.
No, just it reminds me of that situation where Maharaj Yudhishthir, he never told any lies in his life,
Mm,
and
mm.
and Krishna told him to lie, and he didn't want to lie. And Prabhupada mentions in the purport that he should have, because it was Krishna wanted it.
Yes,
So,
yes,
so
yeah,
sometimes
that's what, yeah.
morally,
Mm,
morally it was not right to lie, but Krishna wanted him to do it, so he should
mhm.
have done it.
Yes, yes, and that's why something is said, right? That because he had that doubt in Krishna, that's why they had to go through some suffering, something, right?
Yeah, I don't remember that. I'm sorry.
I don't
Yeah,
remember what exactly was it, but yeah, something.
yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah. All right.
But
So,
he listened. He did in the end listen
yeah.
to.
Yeah, eventually he did, right? But initially he
Yeah,
was
but in
hesitant.
between he had a doubt, right? He questioned it. So for that they had to go through some suffering. I don't remember exactly what it was. Yeah. So should we do this verse or should we not do this verse?
It's a big purport, Mataji. Very
Yeah.
much.
So I think we will just, because and this is actually very important verse.
Okay.
So we will do it next week. So in the meantime, if anybody has anything to share, add, correct. So for a few minutes we can do that, and we can do end early a little bit. Yeah,
Again,
something.
like you mentioned, Mataji, Krishna's will has to come first, regardless of whether it's morally acceptable or not acceptable. If Krishna desires, if Krishna wants it, then that has to be done.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. That is the truth, actually. Yeah. Anything else, anybody?
You have to be again also soft-hearted. You have to have soft-hearted these qualities in order to receive spiritual knowledge. You have to be compassionate in nature. Devotee is compassionate by nature. Otherwise, if you are very hard-hearted and no feelings, then it's difficult to receive spiritual knowledge too.
Yeah. Yeah, bhakti means soft. Bhakti is softness. Yeah. Okay, anything else?
Again, when we are indecisive, and again it's going to come, for us, Krishna is not there for physically present, but we can go to Sadhu Shastra and Guru Sadhu and Shastra, right? Because Guru is the representative of Krishna.
Yeah, yeah. We should never close our questioning, and we should not stop approaching. Whenever there is a doubt, we should approach the authority, whoever, that Guru Sadhu Shastra, whoever is there, right? Yeah. Yeah, so this is like our story. So for Arjuna, it's a big thing in the fight. So many people, so many Akshohinis and all. But for us, we just get depressed even in small things, right? Right?
Yeah, and what is we feel always that actually Krishna wanted Arjuna to fight for small. Right. So we take some time, even if it is a little like or small injustice, we feel we have to. But actually, see, the battle there was very big. I mean, the reason is that Dhritarashtra or what his son's name?
Duryodhan.
Yeah, Duryodhan. Basically, he was owning everything. Actually, they say only small portion or one country. Earlier, everything was like one. I mean, everything was belonged to him. And when five Pandavas they were asked just to give small like 5 villages, so he was not ready to give that actually. So I mean,
Yeah,
it was like a very high level actually. So
yeah.
for small thing we should not consider actually, and we should not go to that level. I mean,
Yeah, fight level. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is Krishna's will, basically. Krishna wanted. And one more thing we can learn from this part of these, when Arjuna is responding, Krishna is saying, oh, you are acting like an Anaryan. This is not you. You belong to this dynasty, and you are in presence of me. You are doing that. You don't want to follow your dharma of Kshatriya. And then Arjuna is saying, oh, I'm not coward. I am actually compassionate. Actually, I don't want bloodshed. So from this we can see that he is in selfish consciousness, Arjuna, because he doesn't want to see the bloodshed. He's not putting the Krishna's interest in center. So what's happening is that confusion is happening there. Because of my selfish consciousness, I am feeling frustrated, and I cannot come to a conclusion. That is what he is saying in this verse number 6, right? So because of his selfish consciousness. So for ourselves, we can also take some lesson from here, that whenever there is some indecisiveness in our mind and heart, we can see, am I being selfish somewhere? Am I not keeping the interest of Krishna in the center? Yeah, for us, I mean, because, yeah.
Go ahead, Martin. I'm just going to say
No,
something.
go ahead, Prabhu. No, I'm
No, I'll
done.
just this is regarding what Prabhu just said. How sometimes we feel if somebody says something, you feel insulted or you feel some injustice is done, and how we should act. So I was listening to my Guru Maharaj's class, and he brought out a very good point. Somebody asked this, that if some devotee does bad to you, or lies to you, or treats you in a bad way, how do we react? How we should feel? How should we act? So then he said that devotee hurt you. So he's mentioning that Lord Nityananda, Madai hit him with that the stone, and yet what did Lord Nityananda say? Because you hit me with stone, that doesn't mean I'm still not going to give you love of God. So it's that kind of humility we have to have in order to make progress in our spiritual lives. Because sometimes it's very easy for us to kind of our feelings get hurt if somebody does something to us, and it's difficult, But I guess we just have to be patient, and I guess not react, because it makes me spontaneous. It can be not good,
Yeah, because we see the external part. We don't see that this is not doing anything to my soul. Actually, it is hitting my false ego. When somebody does something to us, what is happening? Our false ego is getting kicked. It's not the real ego. Because soul, nothing happens to the soul, because it is always Satchidananda. Yeah, Lord Nityananda's example is always. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is ready to chop off the head of Jagai and Madai, Lord Nityananda says, no, 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 Jagai help me, Jagai help me, Jagai protected me. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraces Jagai, because you protected my devotee, you protected my brother. You are very, very, what is that? Very dear to me. And then Madai comes and says, we both have participated in the same activities. You are giving your mercy to him and not to me. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, go and ask for forgiveness from Lord Nityananda. Yeah. What a beautiful pastime of Jagai and Madai. Yeah, so much nectar. I think there should be one drama done by, if the kids can do a drama on Jagai and Madai.
There is a drama on Chand Kaji, Mataji.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Actually, I think what happens is, when the kids do the drama, they remember that role, and they remember that pastime forever.
Yeah.
So should we end?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotee. So we will continue on Monday, Krishna willing. I hope everything goes fine Monday, and we can read our Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Srila
Thank you.
Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Vancha Kalparupesya, Kripa Sindhu jai, Patitanam
Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Hari Hari Bol. Thank
Hari
you.
Bol. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
devotees.